Breaking news, an Amber Alert for this missing 11-year-old girl out of Greensboro. What we've learned about her whereabouts and who she could be traveling with. Inmates captured. 2 men who escaped from jail in Vance County were taken into custody overnight. The search that stretched more than 200 miles.
A noticeable change with cooler temperatures and less humidity this morning. But it won't last. I'm tracking when we're back to record heat.
Ready for Game 4. The Canes are on the road again, but fans will still pack Lenovo Center. We're inside the arena ahead of tonight's sold-out watch party.
We are following those stories and more, plus a look at your morning commute. WRAL News at 8 on Fox 50 starts in about 30 seconds.
At Leith Honda in Raleigh and Auto Park Honda in Cary, we make your buying process easy. And with every new car purchase, you'll enjoy complimentary oil changes and exceptional service. It's no wonder we've earned so many 5-star reviews. You'll also get peace of mind pricing with every used vehicle, and if it's not the perfect fit, no problem. Bring it back within 3 days for an easy exchange. Visit our showroom at Auto Park Honda in Cary or Leith Honda in Raleigh. It's easier here.
Your number one source for local news. This is WRAL, coverage you can count on.
Good morning. The time is 8 a.m. here on your Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us on this Red Tuesday. I'm Laura Levine.
And I'm Ken Smith. Red Tuesday for a good reason. The Canes are back on the ice. Looking forward to a win. It's a winning day, too, as well.
Yes.
Let's get over to meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner, the WRAL Severe Weather Center, tracking it all for us.
Yes, some cloud cover out there for us this morning. This is a look at our Garner Tower. Definitely some blue sky peeking through here. And we're going to see variably cloudy skies for today. At some point, it may feel a bit overcast, and other times we'll have that sunshine shining through. Our dew point is a good bit lower than yesterday, back down into the mid-50s, which puts us in the comfy zone. 68 is our temperature, so feeling really nice out there. You can see the cloud cover forecast anywhere from about 85% of the sky covered to occasionally just 65%. So the clouds will be with us on and off for today. And later this afternoon, briefly, right around dinner time, our southwestern counties could see a quick shower. Our chances for rain definitely go up a little bit later in the week, and we'll check that out coming up. It is 68 in Durham and 67 in Fayetteville. Temperatures are mostly in the mid-60s right now. And we climb to 80 degrees, or I should say 88 degrees for the high this afternoon, which is definitely cooler than what we saw yesterday. If you're headed out for any of the watch parties or tailgating this evening, we'll start at 5 o'clock at 88, but drop into the mid-80s. And again, it should feel pretty comfortable for it today. Looking ahead to Thursday, when the Canes come back for Game 5, not the same story. It'll be hotter with a chance of storms. We'll walk through that coming up. Ken?
Elizabeth, happening now out the door. Let's take a live look at I-40 and Jones Sausage Road. These are the folks heading into the Raleigh area from the Garner-Johnston County area. No delays whatsoever between Highway 36 and the Beltline. We are picking up about a 6-minute delay on that southern loop of the Beltline, so just keep that in mind as you're about to head out the door. So let's head to the east of Raleigh, give you a live look at I-87 and Wendell Falls Parkway. You can see traffic flowing at a nice steady clip in both directions, but once you get down to the Zebulon area, that's when the congestion really begin to build on I-87. We're seeing it mainly around the Smithfield Road exit. Right now, you're just looking at a 3-minute delay coming in from Nightdale, a 9-minute delay for friends in Wake Forest coming south on US 1 and Capitol Boulevard, if you will. We are picking up a little bit of congestion coming out of Apex around Highway 55 Williams Road. You're looking at a 7-minute delay, but if you're coming on I-40 eastbound, no delay whatsoever coming out of Durham. Well, speaking of Durham, I want to check I-885 right now. We've been picking up some delays going in and out of I-885. Is a situation where if you're heading into Durham right now, you're looking at a 3-minute delay. If you're going in the other direction, you're looking at a 9-minute delay. You're getting ready to head into the car. Keep us tuned in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
Breaking news this morning, an Amber Alert has been issued for this missing Greensboro girl. Police are now searching for 11-year-old Kimora Thomas. She is believed to be with an unknown woman in a 2023 orange Jeep Wrangler with Georgia plates. Thomas was last seen wearing a white T-shirt with pink pajama pants. Police say that a license plate reader pinged the Jeep in Georgia. Anyone with information should call 911. Also breaking this morning, the 2 escaped inmates from Vance County have been found. The SBI shared this photo overnight of Michael Miles and LaShawn Knott. They were arrested in Asheville. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is live at the SBI headquarters this morning in Raleigh. Kelsey, the days-long search is now over.
Yes, Laura, those two escaped inmates are back in custody this morning. The special response team here inside the State Bureau of Investigation worked around the clock to locate these men, new in the last 10 minutes. These are Michael Miles and LaShawn Knott's mugshots from the Buncombe County Jail. They're now facing felony charges for escaping jail. This photo that we're about to show you shows Miles and Knott in handcuffs after the special response team arrested them just after midnight at a home in Asheville, more than 200 miles away from where they escaped. The two had been on the run since they broke out of the Vance County Jail last week. Officials say tracking down these men was a joint investigation between the Vance County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, and the SBI. Both men were in jail on drug trafficking and gun charges. Officials are still investigating what happened before, during, and after their escape, but their first appearance is scheduled for tomorrow. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Your time is 8:06 here on the WRAL Live Center. A bit of an update regarding the World Cup as it relates to Iran. Right now, Iran's soccer federation is saying that its ticket allocation has been pulled. This is the way that they're able to provide tickets to those in Iran who want to go and see this tournament. But there are people who have already made travel plans and cannot attend their matches. The federation said that, quote, depriving Iranian supporters of access to their lawful and official allocation of tickets is an action contrary to the spirit governing international competitions and the principle of equality among participating countries. It also talks a little bit more about the developments that raise questions regarding the, quote, interference of non-sporting and political considerations. Obviously, this is in reference to the war going on in Iran. But I should also mention that the soccer federation there in Iran says it's unclear who specifically pulled their ticket allocation, including FIFA.
Game 4 is tonight for the Canes in Vegas and what's already been a historic Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, 25 goals scored in the first 3 games, the highest scoring start to the Stanley Cup final series in 45 years. We'll see how much Game 4 will add to that total tonight. But let's bring in WRAL's Ali Cadlebar. She's back at her post at Lenovo Center this morning, waving her towel, and that place is going to be rocking again, Ali.
Oh, yeah, even though the Canes are more than 2,000 miles away in Vegas, we're going to see a lot of this right here at Lenovo Center, except this time they're not going to be looking at the ice as much. They're going to be looking at that video board, cheering loudly, hoping that the Canes can hear them all the way in Vegas. Now, Lenovo Center is sold out for the watch party inside tonight, but they are making sure Caniacs still get that game day experience. There's going to be lights, displays, and rally towels, of course. We're also expecting to see some tailgating out in the parking lots. Some lots open 3 hours before the game starts. Fans want their chants and cheers to be heard all the way in Vegas. And if the Canes win tonight, they're going to tie up the series before coming home to play at Lenovo Center for Game 5 Thursday. Now, there is a watch party outside Lenovo Center and at Red Hat Amphitheater Thursday. As for tonight, puck drops at 8 o'clock. Reporting live at Lenovo Center, Ali Cadlebar, WRAL News.
She's getting that hand waving of the towel down pat. Well, coming up in about 10 minutes, WRAL's Pat Welton and Chris Lee will break down what the Canes need to do to leave Vegas with a win tonight.
A Cumberland County detective was hurt in a crash overnight. This happened at the intersection of Rock Spring and Montclair Roads. Authorities at the scene tell WRAL News that the crash happened after a pickup truck ran a stop sign. The truck hit the detective's unmarked car, causing it to overturn into another deputy's yard. The detective was treated for his injuries and was released. We're working to learn what led up to that crash. We are also trying to learn more about a police chase in Fayetteville. This is video from that scene on Rockwood Court after a police officer got a flat tire during the chase. Police tell us the chase ended at Bragg Boulevard and the Martin Luther King Jr. Freeway. Nobody was hurt.
Today, about a bill that would freeze property tax reevaluations. Republican legislative leaders want to stop any county with a reappraisal plan in 2026 from using those numbers to determine how much people owe in property taxes. That includes Harnett County. The proposal could still change as it moves through the legislature. For more on what this could mean for homeowners, check out the NC Capital section of WRAL.com.
Lower utility bills. Sounds nice, right? Well, that is the way and on the way for Piedmont Natural Gas customers across our state. We'll tell you just how much those bills could drop coming up.
Also coming up, a heist in Vegas. That's what the Canes are hoping to pull off tonight in Game 4. WRAL's Pat Welter and Chris Lee will explain what needs to happen for the team to steal a win on the road.
Walking outside in Sanford, it is cloudy right now, but our temperatures are cooler and less humid than they were yesterday. We're headed right back into some heat, as well as a chance for storms later in the week. I'll show you what to expect coming up. 8:13, and taking a look over downtown Raleigh from the WRAL department, we do have gray skies there, but there's some sunshine that's trying to shine through those clouds. Temperatures are feeling very comfortable. Our dew point, our humidity is a lot lower than it was this time yesterday. It's 66 in Southern Pine, 68 in Raleigh, 64 in Wilson, and 63 in Goldsboro. So it's comfortable outside right now. If you're trying to get outside and exercise, right now would be perfect. As a matter of fact, we don't even hit the 80s until right around lunchtime. We'll be in the upper 80s this afternoon, but in comparison, yesterday's highs were in the mid 90s. So this is going to be the most comfortable day of the next 7. Tomorrow, the heat returns, and we'll also start to see a better chance of showers and storms. We'll walk through that for you coming up, Ken.
What's been happening now is to the east of Raleigh. Give you a live look at I-87 at Smithfield Road. You can see traffic in the southbound lanes coming toward us, flowing at a nice steady clip, even though traffic has picked up a bit. So as we widen out the view of I-87, we're seeing the bulk of the congestion between the Beltline and Hodge Road, but everything else, just a clear sailing, but just a 5-minute delay coming in from Knightdale and all points east at this hour.
Ken, thank you. The media landscape is changing rapidly. North Carolina has 8 counties with no source of local news. WRAL documentary investigator Kristen Severance explores what this means for communities in a brand new documentary airing this week.
More than 1 in every 3 newspapers has vanished over the past 20 years.
Wall Street got involved in the ownership of news organizations, and that is what has created this problem.
The WRAL documentary unit set out to understand how the decline of newspapers and the rise of broadcast mega mergers has changed the media landscape and what it all means for communities.
We are all living through not just a generational change in media, but really a historic, once-in-a-century change.
You can watch Left Uncovered inside North Carolina's news deserts tomorrow at 7:30 on WRAL TV or wherever you stream WRAL.
It's not every day a utility company decides to lower your bills, but that's what's on the table at Piedmont Natural Gas. The company is decreasing rates for North Carolina customers. Residential customers will get bills that are about 4.35% lower than before. That's about $54 per year. The company also lowered rates in January, February, and April. That is around $100 per year combined. Wayne County Library is in need of a new location, is one step closer to staying in Raleigh. County leaders proposed moving Athens Drive Community Library to Tryon Road in Cary. Commissioners have told county staff to move forward with plans to relocate the library to a site across the street instead. The library currently sits in Athens Drive High School. It needs to move while the school undergoes renovations. A final vote on a new location is set for June 15th.
Well, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final is just hours away, and the Hurricanes are looking to even the series before heading back here to Raleigh. But there is one big question looming over tonight's game. Who is going to be in front of Carolina's net when the puck drops? WRAL's Pat Welter and Chris Lee are in Vegas searching for that answer.
Well, Pat, we made it to the Bellagio Fountains. So beautiful. Just as beautiful as Seth Jarvis's overtime game winner.
The Canes are going to steal one out here, Chris. They're going to pull the Vegas heist. They got to figure out who's starting in goal.
Brandon Bussey in the starter's crease before Monday's practice, but that doesn't mean anything for Tuesday's Game 4. Frederick Anderson was given the day off as a maintenance day. He started all 16 games of the postseason, while Bussey got his first action since April 14th when he came in for Freddie during the third period on Saturday. Brendan Moore showing his poker face in Vegas and keeping his cards close to the vest on who will start in Game 4.
Yeah, I think we'll keep it quiet. There's only suspenseful thing around here that I have to hold on to. So it seems to have taken a life of its own, so I kind of enjoy it. But yes, it was a maintenance day for him.
Yeah, it's obviously special, right? I think I will appreciate it more once the season's over. I'll be able to look back, but I'm enjoying feeling very even keel right now and just excited for what this team, the opportunity we have as a group.
No matter who's in net, it's not going to matter if the Canes don't play better in front of them. We've seen wild swings and comebacks on both sides of the series. This is what these guys have played their whole lives for, right? Taylor Hall knows just relaxing for a second out there could be the difference.
Yeah, there's just no breaks out there, and I think that's why these two teams are playing in the finals, and that's why the games are so close, is that, no one's really taking breaks. If anything, they're just kind of, mental errors and maybe trying to do too much, but they're not. It's not from guys coasting back or, giving up freebies like that. It's tight games, and there's not a lot of space out there.
So good. So you can count on WRAL for live team coverage all the way from Vegas to here at home. Our sports team will bring us highlights and reaction from Sin City and fan reaction here at home. And hopefully they make it back home, Ken.
Oh, that's right. Well, sticking with the sports theme, the 2026 World Cup starts this week. The first matches of the group stage are on Thursday. It all kicks off with Mexico versus South Africa at 3 p.m. The first game for the U.S. is on Friday, taking on Paraguay at 9 p.m. You can watch all the action right here on Fox 50. It's going to be a rather exciting next few weeks. World Cup games run through July 19th.
Heat and humidity are a way of life this time of year, but there are times when the two can get dangerous. So let's bring in meteorologist Chris Michaels, showing us what it takes for heat advisories to be issued and why we might see one issued later this week, Chris.
Yeah, it does take a lot around here for those heat alerts to get issued, but we average about 8 to 9 heat advisories per year and 1 to 2 extreme heat warnings per year. So here's what has to happen according to the National Weather Service in Raleigh. For a heat advisory, got to have a heat index that peaks between 104 and 109. For an extreme heat warning, got to have the heat index at 110 or above. Again, it just goes to show the effect that humidity has in tandem with the heat, because sweat is our body's way of cooling off, and it does so through evaporation. So that happens more quickly when the air is dry. It takes a lot longer when the air is more humid outside. So again, that's why we use that number, the heat index, which you see here in the white box. As we go toward Friday, it could be between about 102 and 109, whereas the air temperature is 95 to 100 degrees. So it is that time of year where if you absolutely have to be outside doing any sort of chores, that the best time to do so is in the mornings and in the evenings, but midday into the afternoon. Elizabeth, it's going to be really hot later this week.
It really is. And today is really the day to get anything done outside, whether you need to get your exercise done, work in the yard, whatever it is outside. Hopefully you can do it today, because today will be much more comfortable than any day later in the week through the weekend. We take a look at our Garner Tower, and we're looking across Wake County toward Garner. You can see blue sky at the top of the screen, and I'm seeing some shadows out there. So that sun is making a little headway, burning through the clouds this morning. 68 is our temperature in the triangle, and our dew point's at 55. That puts us right in the comfy zone, so it feels good. And we can thank this high pressure system for that. High pressure systems rotate clockwise. This one in this position is pushing in air from the north and east, and that's getting us a nice break today. But it's not going to hang around. Instead, it will head out to sea, and all the warmth and humidity back here to the west will get a free ride to come rushing right back into North Carolina. So that starts tomorrow. It's definitely a different kind of heat in Las Vegas. Today, things are feeling great. There's no question that it's more comfortable here than Vegas. We're at 88 degrees, and our dew point is feeling very nice. 100 degrees with a very dry dew point doesn't feel as bad as 100 degrees with a high dew point, but still, I think we win the weather for today. Futurecast, taking a look at that. More sunshine in our eastern counties. Notice what happens after 5 o'clock. There are a couple of little cells that pop up. Could be a quick little shower, but I feel like that's not likely to affect most of us, mainly just down here in the Sandhills. We look ahead to tomorrow morning, maybe a quick shower. and then a little bit better chance for some rain on Wednesday and Wednesday afternoon. And then Thursday, of course, the Canes are back to play at home on Thursday. Right now, Thursday looks like maybe we'll have a few isolated storms. Some of those up near the Virginia line, though, could be on the severe side. So we're looking at a 40% chance, 30 to 40 Wednesday, 30 on Thursday and Friday. So we keep those chances of rain going. And Thursday, up near the Virginia line, we also have a very small chance of some severe storms. Rainfall total in the next 7 days, maybe a half an inch to an inch. We need all that we can get. And as Chris was saying, we may end up with some heat advisories on Thursday and Friday to go along with that chance of storms. Ken?
Elizabeth, out the door this morning for your morning commute. Let's start with this live look at I-40 and Jones Sausage Road. Those of you coming in from the Garner-Johnston County area, boy, you're not going to run into any delays whatsoever. Bit of traffic has picked up, but really and truly, we're not seeing any delays between Highway 36 and the Beltline. If you're navigating that southern loop of the Beltline where you come in from I-40 westbound on Jones Sausage Road, you're just looking at a 3-minute delay at this point. So let's hop over to the northern loop of the Beltline. This is I-440 and New Bern Avenue. Those are the westbound lanes heading away from us this morning. You can see a little bit of congestion in that particular area. So as we widen out the view of that northern loop of the Beltline, here's what we're looking at. The bulk of the congestion is between Capitol Boulevard and the I-40-87 interchange. But once you get past that, it's clear sailing all the way to the Beltline. And right now, you're looking at a 7-minute delay. More news, weather, and traffic after the break.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
Good morning. I'm Laura Levine here on your Tuesday morning. It's 8:26. Let's get right over to meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner with another warm day, Elizabeth.
Yeah, we can take a look at what's happening outside. You can see gray skies as we look across from the Weld Apartments over toward downtown Raleigh. It looks cloudy, but we do have just high, thin clouds. Some of that sunshine is trying to stream through, and it feels really comfortable. Today's going to be the best feeling day that we'll have all week. 59 in Roanoke Rapids, 68 in Durham, 64 in Goldsboro. Our humidity has dropped, and our temperatures are comfortable. Good for exercise this morning. We don't even hit the 80s until lunchtime, and we'll climb into the upper 80s this afternoon, which is not too far from normal. We do have more heat coming our way later in the week. Ken?
Elizabeth, happening now out the door for your morning commute. I-40 Jones Sausage Road. These are the folks coming in from the Garner-Johnston County area. And of course, that leads into the southern loop of the Beltline. No delays whatsoever between Highway 36 and the Beltline. And once you get to that southern loop of the Beltline, you're just looking at a 4-minute delay at this hour. If you're navigating I-40 westbound through Wade Avenue, just a 1-minute delay. Nothing to worry about. I'll have another update on your morning commute at the bottom of the hour.
Breaking news. The 2 inmates that escaped the Vance County Detention Center have been captured. The SBI released photos overnight of Michael Miles and LaShawn Nod after their arrest in Asheville. We're still trying to find out when they will appear in court. Also breaking this morning, an Amber Alert has been issued for a missing Greensboro girl. Police are searching for 11-year-old Kimora Thomas there on your screen. She's believed to be with an unknown woman in a 2023 orange Jeep Wrangler with Georgia plates. Anyone with information should call 911. Coming up next on Fox 50 now, the Carolina Hurricanes are back on the ice tonight for Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. And coming up on today, stars in Studio 1A. Much more coming up. Breaking news, an Amber Alert for this missing 11-year-old girl out of Greensboro. What we've learned about her whereabouts and who she could be traveling with. Inmates captured. 2 men who escaped from jail in Vance County were taken into custody overnight. The search that stretched more than 200 miles.
A noticeable change with cooler temperatures and less humidity this morning. But it won't last. I'm tracking when we're back to record heat.
Ready for Game 4. The Canes are on the road again, but fans will still pack Lenovo Center. We're inside the arena ahead of tonight's sold-out watch party.
Humidity outside, no humidity inside Lenovo Center for sure. It's going to be rocking again. Thanks for being with us. I'm Ken Smith.
And I'm Laura Levine. Sound the siren for the Carolina Hurricanes back on the ice tonight. We're going to get to that exciting report from Allie in just a bit. But let's head over to meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner with a look over a very gloomy Durham right now, Elizabeth.
It looks really gray there, doesn't it? We do have a lot of cloud cover, but there's definitely some sun that's trying to filter through those clouds this morning. Our temperature is 68 and our dew point's way down at 55. So it feels a lot more comfortable this morning than it did yesterday. And this is likely to be the most comfortable day that we'll see in the next 7. Cloud cover forecast looks like this. Anywhere from 85% of the sky covered with clouds, still about 65%. So the clouds will be coming and going today, but it may generally feel overcast. Later on this evening, we have a very small, quick chance of an isolated shower or two. That's likely to be south and west of the triangle, and we'll go over that with Futurecast in just a few minutes. But heading out the door right now, temperatures are in the mid to upper 60s, 64 in Rocky Mount, 66 in Southern Pines, and 68 in Durham. Hour by hour, it's just 81 at lunchtime, so feeling pretty comfortable. Temperatures in the upper 80s for highs later on this afternoon. If you're headed out for tailgating ahead of one of the watch parties, again, 88 at 5 o'clock, but we'll drop down to 86 just before the game starts. I wouldn't worry about rain too much unless you're going to be south and west of the triangle. Again, we'll walk through that in just a bit. Ken.
All right, Elizabeth, out the door for your morning commute. Here's what we're looking at live at I-40 Jones Sausage Road. These are the folks in the I-40 westbound lanes coming in from the Garner-Johnston County area, leading into that southern loop of the Beltline. And once you get to that southern loop of the Beltline, you're looking at just a 2-minute delay. And similarly, if you're navigating I-40 westbound through Wade Avenue, just a 2-minute delay and no delays whatsoever coming in from the Garner-Johnston County area between Highway 36 and the Beltline. Let's hop over to the northern loop of the Beltline. Things have gotten really better. Thinned out a little bit. I-440, New Bern Avenue, those are the westbound lanes moving away from us this morning. So let's widen out the view of that northern section of the Beltline and see what we have to work with, because it's a situation where we're seeing a bulk of congestion between Capitol Boulevard and the 87-440 interchange. But for the most part, you're looking at an 8-minute delay. So it's that part of your morning commute. Give yourself some extra time this morning in the next 10 or 15 minutes or so. Here's what we're looking at in terms of other routes heading into the Raleigh-Wade County area. You're looking at a 3-minute delay if you're coming in from Apex, just a 1-minute delay if you're coming in from Durham on I-40 eastbound, and 8 minutes for our friends in Wake Forest coming south on US 1. You're getting ready to head into the car. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
Breaking news within the last 2 hours, a statewide Amber Alert has been issued for a missing Greensboro girl. Police are now searching for 11-year-old Kimora Thomas. She is believed to be with an unknown woman in a 2023 orange Jeep Wrangler with Georgia license plates. Thomas was last seen wearing a white T-shirt with pink pajama pants. Police say that license plate reader did ping the Jeep in Georgia. Anyone with information should call 911. Also breaking this morning, 2 inmates who escaped the Vance County Jail have been found. As WRAL's Kelsey Coffey explains, the men were on the run for almost a week after what the sheriff's office calls a planned escape.
Right now, those escaped inmates are back in custody. The special response team here inside the State Bureau of Investigation was working around the clock to locate these men. These are Michael Miles and LaShawn Knott's mugshots from the Buncombe County Jail. They're now facing felony charges for escaping jail. This photo shows Miles and Knott in handcuffs after the special response team arrested them just after midnight at a home in Asheville, more than 200 miles away from where they escaped. The two had been on the run since they broke out of the Vance County Jail last week. Officials say tracking down these men was a joint investigation between the Vance County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, and the SBI. Both men were in jail on drug trafficking and gun charges. Officials are still investigating what happened before, during, and after their escape. Their first court appearance is scheduled for tomorrow. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News in Raleigh.
Tonight, the Carolina Hurricanes will face off against the Golden Knights in Vegas tonight for Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Canes are looking to tie that series after losing in double overtime in Game 3. Let's get right to WRAL's Ali Kadamar. She's back at her post at Lenovo saying, listen, Ali, these watch parties feel more like home games.
Oh, they definitely do. A lot of energy. We can expect that. Now, even though the Canes are playing more than 2,000 miles away, we can still expect a packed house here at Lenovo Center. And a lot of this, you're going to see a lot of that towel waving, except there's not going to be that many eyes on the ice this time. They're all going to be focused on that video board. They're hoping that the Canes can hear their chants and cheers all the way in Vegas. Now, Lenovo Center is sold out for the watch party inside, but but they're making sure Caniacs still get that game day experience. There's lights, displays, and rally towels. We're also expecting to see some tailgating out in the parking lots, with some of them opening 3 hours before the game starts. Now, if the Canes win tonight, they will tie up the series before coming home to play at Lenovo Center for Game 5 Thursday. Now, I'm giving you a look ahead to those Game 5 watch parties. They're going to have one outside Lenovo Center and at the Red Hat Amphitheater this time in downtown Raleigh, and that's for Game 5. As for tonight, puck drops at 8 o'clock. Reporting live at Lenovo Center, Ali Kadlabar, WRAL News.
And of course, you can count on WRAL for live team coverage all the way from Vegas to right here at home. Our sports team will bring us highlights and reaction from Sin City, and we'll take you inside electric watch parties in the Triangle. Stay connected to the action on air and online. You can also go to the WRAL YouTube channel for all things Hurricanes, from post-game interviews to analysis and fan reaction. Just look for the Carolina Hurricanes 2026 playoff run playlist.
Let's get you caught up now on other news this morning. A Cumberland County detective was hurt in a crash overnight. This happened at the intersection of Rock Spring and Montclair Roads. Authorities at the scene tell the WRAL Breaking News Tracker that the crash happened after a pickup truck ran a stop sign. The truck hit the detective's unmarked car, causing it to overturn in another deputy's yard. The detective was treated for his injuries and released. Right now, we're working to learn what led up to that crash. We're also trying to learn more information about a police chase in Fayetteville. This is video from that scene on Rockwood Court after a police officer got a flat tire during the chase. Police tell us the chase ended at Bragg Boulevard and the Martin Luther King Jr. Freeway. No one was hurt.
Hundreds of people in Johnston County are under a water alert this morning. The county says crews were doing utility work on the Neuse River Bridge in Smithfield last night when a water main ruptured. County leaders are asking people in the Ingrams, Meta, and Southeast Low Grounds water districts to limit their water usage for the next 24 hours. Well, tonight, Benson County Commissioners will meet for the first time since the interim town manager was chosen. Former Town Planning Director Tanner O'Quinn took over just weeks after the town's top two officials resigned. The town is also trying to recover from financial trouble, and the state auditor's office is looking into its budget practices. O'Quinn says rebuilding relationships on the Board of Commissioners will come first, and getting finances back on track will follow.
I think that I can inspire some confidence in my staff to provide services to the town and to provide accountability, and I think that really, again, starts in workplace culture and environment.
As far as the search for a new permanent town manager goes, there's already underway. The mayor says they will utilize an outside firm to find the right candidate. They hope to have someone in place in the next 6 months.
Well, the proposed partnership between WakeMed and Atrium Health is getting more pushback from Wake County leaders. County commissioners held a meeting last night to ask questions about the plan. WakeMed leaders said that they are wrestling with higher costs, a reduced workforce, and an aging population. Executives told commissioners last night Atrium could help combat those challenges while keeping WakeMed an independent nonprofit and competitive in the Triangle. In turn, Atrium would pledge $2 billion to WakeMed's expansion and provide more than 3,300 jobs.
We were proud of our independence, but that pride in no way supersedes our mission in caring for all in the community.
County commissioners paused any decision on the plan until at least August.
Well, today, a state Senate committee is expected to take up a bill on new social media restrictions for some teens. Last week, lawmakers rewrote the Bill 301 to apply only to addictive social media platforms. That refers to platforms with infinite scroll, autoplay video, and algorithm-driven feeds. The bill would ban anyone younger than 14 years old from having a social media account. It would require parent or guardian consent for 14 and 15-year-olds. The committee meeting starts at 9 o'clock this morning. Time now 8:40. Last night, there was tight security in New York as President Trump became the first sitting president to attend an NBA final game. During the national anthem, some fans booed as the president was shown on the Jumbotron. The Spurs won that game last night, breaking New York's 13-game winning streak. The Knicks still lead that series, though, 2-1. Game 4 is tomorrow night.
Coming up now, seasonal debut. The Carolina Blaze taking the field this afternoon. How this team is helping pave the way for women in professional sports.
Also, summertime savings. June is shaping up to be a big month for deals with Black Friday-like prices to kickstart your summer. 5 on your side, showing you where you can get the most bang for your money.
And it feels comfortable as you're heading out the door. Dew point right now in the comfy zone. It's likely to last all day, but we're about to move it up the ladder, as well as heat and a chance of storms. I'll show you when to expect all of that. 8:44, we take a live look at Apex, and you can see some sunshine trying to peek through the clouds as we look down Salem Street. Our temperatures are comfortable this morning. 61 in Roanoke Rapids, 68 in Durham, 65 in Goldsboro, and 64 in Rocky Mount. Dog walking forecast. It feels good right now. Our temperatures don't even climb into the 80s until right around lunchtime, and we'll see 88 for the high. Compare that to yesterday when our temperature was in the mid-90s. So definitely feeling more comfortable. In our southwestern counties, there's a small chance for showers and thunderstorms. Going forward past today, our heat starts to climb, and so does our chance for storms. We'll talk more about that coming up, Ken.
Elizabeth, out the door right now. We're getting reports of first responders working a crash on I-440 eastbound right around the Lake Boone Trail. You can see the congestion in those eastbound lanes right there, also near Wade Avenue as well. So keep that in mind as you're about to head out. That southern loop of the Beltline, we're seeing a little bit of congestion building. You're looking probably like a 1 to 3 minute delay. As for major routes heading into the capital city, right now you're just looking at an 8-minute delay coming in from Wake Forest, and all the other major routes, I-40 westbound, I-87 coming in from Knightdale, delay-free at this hour.
Ken, thank you. June is shaping up to rival November for sales thanks to early summer deals from Amazon and other retailers. 5 on your side's Ashley Rose shows us this month's best deals without breaking the bank.
Summer sales are heating up earlier than expected this year.
Whether you're going big or small, you're going to see savings for Dad. With Father's Day on June 21st, we'll start to see sales around giftable items for Dad towards the beginning of the month.
We'll start with a classic Father's Day gift, a cordless drill. CR says a lightweight battery-powered model is best for most people. And if Dad already owns battery-powered tools, try to stick with the same brand so the batteries can be used interchangeably. That compatibility advice goes for smartwatches and fitness trackers, too. Pick one that works with Dad's phone and has decent battery life. Knowing how he'll use it can help narrow your choices. For example, if he swims, opt for a water-resistant model.
Prime Day has been running for 10 years, and it almost always happens in July. But this year, it's happening a month earlier, which means you don't have to wait to save.
Some of the biggest Prime Day discounts are often on Amazon's own products: Ring doorbells, Fire TV sticks, Kindles, and Echo smart speakers. If you're in the market for a new smart speaker, choose one that works with the devices you already have. CR says sound quality is also important, especially if you'll use it to play music. Prime Day also known for countertop kitchen deals. And if you're on a smoothie kick or a milkshake kick, you may be able to score a new blender for less. CR says for blenders, you'll want one that's easy to use and clean. Ashley Rowe, 5 on your side.
Well, today, Raleigh police and local teams will gather to discuss solutions to violence in the community. The town hall is called Something to Say, Teens Against Violence. Raleigh police say it's a chance to come up with positive solutions and activities to keep teens safe and out of trouble. It's happening tonight from 6 to 8 at the Greg Poole Jr. All of Faiths Chapel at Dix Park.
Happening today, the Carolina Blaze will host its first ever home opener as North Carolina's newest pro women's team. The team is part of the Athletes Unlimited Softball League and was announced back in January. This milestone for the Triangle joins a short list of U.S. regions with 2 pro women's sports teams alongside the North Carolina Courage. They serve as role models for the next generation of women in sports. The Blaze will host the Portland Cascade at Smith Family Stadium at Duke University today. There will be a ribbon cutting at 3:15 with first pitch at 5 p.m. Tickets are $22.
And we just found out that giving away seat cushions, free ice cream for the first 400 people in the stadium. That should be fun. Well, anglers will be out on the water today for the 68th annual Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament. The tournament got started yesterday at the Big Rock Landing in Morehead City. Fishing opens at 9 this morning and runs through 3 o'clock every afternoon through Saturday. Scales close at 7 each night. The total prize money this year, more than $9 million. An iconic landmark is ready for the FIFA World Cup.
And we have a look at the new Scooby-Doo. Here's a look at what's trending. The new Scooby-Doo live action series will feature a real dog. Netflix has given us a look at the Great Dane puppy that will portray the crime-solving dog in Scooby-Doo Origins. The show will give us a glimpse at the first meeting with Shaggy.
Yeah, that new series will be, of course, feature Fred and Daphne and Velma. The series is filming now in Atlanta and will premiere next year. That was one of my favorites.
Listen, Daphne, oh my gosh, that show, I mean, that's nostalgic for sure.
Yeah, timeless. Well, Seattle's most iconic landmark is ready for its close-up ahead of the FIFA World Cup. It was quite a transformation. As you can see, the Space Needle stayed open as crews worked 600 feet in the air to apply the soccer ball design to the sloped roof.
So cool. The first matches of the group stage are on Thursday, and then the first game for the U.S. is on Friday, taking on Paraguay at 9 p.m. You can watch all the action right here on Fox 50. Two surprise hit horror movies have really paid off for their studios. David Daniel has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
Look, I know how this sounds, but you gotta understand, it's massive in there.
Massive responses to a pair of low-budget films. YouTuber Kane Parsons' horror movie Backrooms has topped $200 million in global grosses, passing Marty Supreme to become A24's biggest hit ever in just 10 days. Meanwhile, another horror film, Curry Barker's Obsession, has also crossed the 200 million mark worldwide. It's already the top domestic grosser ever for its studio, Focus Features.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned. We got no money. But we have each other and nothing left to lose.
You ready?
The official trailer is out for the 5th and final season of The Bear, as the team works against the odds to pull off one last service. The Bear returns June 25th on Hulu. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And we're back here in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with Elizabeth Gardner. Elizabeth, it'd be a nice time this week to really spend some time indoors and catch up on some movies.
Ooh, especially Thursday and Friday. We're going to be back up near record highs. It may be dangerous to be outside, but it feels pretty comfortable this morning. Yes. Lots of cloud cover here in Chapel Hill, and definitely from the Triangle area westward, we have the potential for some evening showers or isolated thunderstorms. It's a comfortable start this morning, 68 in the Triangle, and our dew point sitting at 55 is sitting right there in that comfy zone. We had the chance of a sprinkle this morning. We really didn't see a whole lot happening, and it's only a 20% chance later on this evening too. And again, mainly from the Triangle area south and west. Heading outside right now, it's mostly mid to upper 60s in the Triangle and a few 70s, 70 in Holly Springs, April and Apex and Durham, 67 in Knightdale and in Garner right now. Temperatures are running anywhere from 5 to almost 15 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. So that's a big drop, but it was a hot day yesterday. We ended up at 95 degrees. Our cool off is courtesy of this high pressure system rotating clockwise. It helped to push a cold front through, and the cool air being pushed in by that high pressure system is coming right out of the northeast, so it feels good. Now, all that warm air is just over the mountains in Tennessee, and it will quickly move back in as soon as that high moves away, which will happen tonight and tomorrow. So enjoy today. It'll be the most pleasant day we see in the next 7 days. Upper 80s for the entire viewing area, looking at 88 degrees in the Triangle. Notice at 5 o'clock, it's still pretty hot, but by the time we get to 8 p.m. when the Hurricanes game begins, we'll be in the mid-80s. So I imagine a lot of people will be out and about, tailgating, heading, of course, to some of the watch parties. We are looking at a lot of heat for Thursday and Friday at 99 degrees. Not only that, but on Thursday, we also have a small chance for some severe storms in our northern counties. So Thursday, when the Canes return home, it's not going to be as pleasant. We could be looking at a heat advisory, and again, that chance of some stronger storms. So keep following us if you plan to take part in any of the festivities on Thursday. After that, it's a little bit cooler for the weekend. Laura?
Elizabeth, thank you. Coming up now, before we go to break, here are the winning lottery numbers, and we will have another check on weather and traffic next.